So, recruiting has been a hot topic. Michigan is doing good in Ohio. Some Ohio fans are jumping ship, saying this is crazy. Some Michigan fans are saying this is glorious and we need to do more of this. Slow down. It's early in the recruiting process. Last year's class, I think has something to do with this hype. Michigan had the number 17 or 18 recruiting class in the nation last year. It was due to size. We made it 2 playoffs. Everyone's coming back. We don't need a whole lot of people. So just slow down. Jaden Davis is deciding tomorrow, which is Friday. The spring game for Michigan football is Saturday, and I have to work both days. So, I've been working a lot. Some people still have money out there and are building houses, even with the cost being so high, and they need drywall finishers. So, putting in 10-hour days, and, I'm missing my Mark Rogers and the Voice of College Football channels and everyone involved there. I miss you guys, but man, I can't make it, or I need to relax and do something else other than work. And here we go. I finally have a chance to make a video, and it is recruiting. Do you ever think that recruiting services are wrong? Maybe them 17 players that committed to Michigan deserve a higher ranking than they do. Maybe Harbaugh knows what the heck he's doing and can scout better than these services, because I think that a lot. The last few years, coming out of the dark ages, which I call Brady Hoke and Rich Rod, coming out of that 8-year dark age or 7-year, whatever it is, was we're doing all right. He's averaging like 10 wins a season now, made 2 playoffs. He knows how to identify and develop talent here at the University of Michigan. That's why I don't really pay attention to recruiting a lot, because I got to see him on the field in a college game before I can make my prediction. But everyone's talking about recruiting, so here we go. I think this is why I despise recruiting ratings, is because 3 stars end up being 5 stars, and 5 stars end up being 3 stars. But I do follow along because I want to know what Michigan future could be. So no one knows the future when it comes to football. I like the present. I like when everything is good and everything just falls into place, and that's what you need. With the transfer portal, with the NIL, it's all very confusing, but Harbaugh has done an amazing job. When times are good, you get the pick of the litter, and Michigan is working towards that, where they get the first pick of that litter. Of the great players out there, they might get the first pick here coming up with 2 playoff appearances. We'll see what they do this year to enforce that trend. Development is what matters more here at Michigan, and Michigan has proven to develop talent that winds up in the NFL. There are 9 NFL prospects this season: Mozzie Smith, DJ Turner, Luke Schoonmaker, Olusegun Oluwatimi, Mike Morris, Ryan Hayes, Ronnie Bell, Yabioki, and the kicker, Jake Moody, who hopefully goes to the Detroit Lions, because we need a good kicker. But, that's all well and good, but Michigan is loaded. And we haven't had, like I said, last year was a 17 class. We don't play a lot of freshmen, and we're not screwing around paying freshmen who are just going to take the bag and leave and transfer for more money without even proving themselves. You got to prove yourself here at Michigan. And this is the crop that has committed already Imagine that. We have a lot of players that are going to go pro after this season. So a lot of these players want to come play for Michigan, a winning team that develops and has playing time available. Running back from Ohio, Jordan Marshall, 5'11", 193. He's the number 191 player in the nation, number 7 at his position, and number 3 from the state of Ohio. He is committed. Jacob Oden, a safety from Michigan, 6'1", 188. Number 154 in the nation, 12 at his position, 5 in the state. He is committed. Tight end, Hogan Hansen from Washington, 6'6", 220, 187. He is the 10th at his position and number 3 in the state. See, we're not getting the pick of the litter yet, but the trajectory is good in recruiting. As long as we can keep developing, we'll be fine. A Tennessee linebacker, Mason Curtis, committed. 6'4", 200. He's the 203 best prospect in the nation. These are all rankings by 24/7 Composite. I like them because they take all the services and just average it out to what they all have. And that's another, that's how do they know who the best player is? They don't. They don't. They can assume because of height, weight, and high school reps that a player is better than another one, and that is well and good, and that is fair. Most of them go to Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. Can we get some of them, and can we start doing that? Well, we haven't yet. It comes down to Jaden Davis. Jordan Marshall is top 100. But, is Brandon Baker going to come to Michigan? Bryce West? No. Even Brian Robinson, the edge that we're favored on and have the crystal ball for, is 6'5", 255. He's a beast. He's 123 in the nation. So, we got to be one of them teams that gets 5, 6, 7, 10 top 100 players if we want to go that route. But I like right where we're at. Get just enough good people that will wait 2-3 years before they get on the playing field, unless they're good enough right away to beat what is already here. Meritocracy, like Jim Harbaugh always keeps saying. Ohio inside linebacker Luke Hamilton, 6'5", 290. He is 340th in the nation and 21st at his position, 11th in the state of Ohio. He is committed. So here we go. This is why people in Ohio are freaking out, I guess, some of them. An Ohio defensive lineman, Ted Hammond, 6'5", 258, 391 in the nation, 40th at his position, 14th in the state. He is committed. And then from Ohio, offensive tackle Ben Roebuck, 6'7", 320, 457 in the nation, 31 at his position, 15 in the state. He is committed. We also have 2 more commits from Connecticut. Is D lineman Manuel Beagle. He's 6'5", 282, 6'11", 63, and 7. So 6'11 in the nation, 63 at his position, 7th in the state of Connecticut. And Zach Ludwig from Pennsylvania, a linebacker, 6'3", 202 pounds. He is 925th in the nation, 90th at his position, 28th in the state, and he is committed. Now, there's prospects and people that were interested who has not committed, and they most likely will wait to see how this season goes. And I think it could be really good, but that's my point. Right now, according to the composite, Michigan is ranked number 4 before Jaden Davis commits, if he commits tomorrow. That's all going to change. It's a long recruiting season. I'd rather pay attention to who is here and what happens in the spring game Saturday, and I will rewatch that I have to work, so I'll have to watch the replay and see who shined. But I like to play on the field right now, this year, today. What can Michigan do? But I also pay attention to the recruiting and see what the future could hold. But it's all a question mark. So there you have it. Michigan recruiting looking good. Some Ohio people are freaking out. Some Michigan people are taking it way too seriously and being gratified by it. In my opinion, I know people love recruiting. I mean, I've followed recruiting for 10, 12 years of my life so far, and more people are into it. So now I can just sit back and watch what they say or what they think, But I hope you guys enjoyed what I think and say. Remember to like the video, share, subscribe, and go blue.